The opponent is so in awe of this Kangaroo that he actually stops attacking. Mud Slap, Kangaskhan, Flying type counter confirmed. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Arrow Blaze, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are taking a look at some more Season 7 battles in the Great League. And here's a fun fact for all of you. Can you guess what my favorite animal is? If you guessed Kangaroo, you got that right. So what better way to celebrate my favorite animal than to use one in Pokemon Go? We got Kangaskhan here. Kanto Cup is over, but Kangaskhan has been powered up for the Open Great League. Now, do I recommend using this Pokemon in the Open Great League? No, at least not if you're trying to win consistently or rank up. However, is it something that you could use to spice it up or have some fun? Yes. Can it win you some games? Of course. However, it will require some really meta strong Pokemon to back it up. Now for this particular video, I didn't want to go too meta because it's still early in the season, but I am using two Pokemon that I would consider very strong. We got Galvantula in the lead, which is a very strong Pokemon in lead, wins a lot of matchups, which is good for aligning Kangaskhan. And then we got Umbreon in the back, operating as a safe switch. I still don't want to use something like Deoxys or anything that's like way too good of a safe switch at this point in the season. So going with Umbreon, and actually having Umbreon there also puts this team very weak to fighting in the back. So I thought that would be a nice little challenge for us to try and test out in these early battles of Season 7. So then, is this the kind of team you would like to build around Kangaskhan? No, it is not. However, it is going to put me in some difficult positions, which is what I want to do and see how we play out of them. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so we got the Kangaskhan Spice today. Shout out to Australia. I know we got a lot of Australian viewers on this channel. Big shout out to all of you. I actually hope to visit Australia one day, get a picture with a kangaroo, get to see one in person. I'll take a Waller or a Wallaby. I'll take anything, but enough about kangaroos. Let's get into the battles. You can see we had a horrible lead there. Swampert into our Galvantula, so I switch out into my Umbreon. We draw out the Vigoroth, which is good because that is the fighter. So it's good that the Kangaskhan isn't going to see that. However, Kangaskhan, you're going to see it's so fragile that really loses in neutral matchups anyway, so it's not like everything is clear for Kangaskhan at this point. I am going to spam these foul plays. Best case scenario, what I want to take out of this matchup is a shield advantage for my Galvantula. Obviously, we're going to have an uphill battle against that Swampert, so I'm not going to shield anything here, and I'm looking to get shields from the Vigoroth. Now at this point, it looks like the opponent actually is getting a little bit aggressive. I feel like they might have had a move there, but perhaps they're going for a farm down, so I do get to another foul play, which actually gets their second shield. So this is huge for me, because now at this point, I realize that I could come in with Galvantula and just shield up this Vigoroth, commit to a straight farm down here, and then I actually could beat Swampert with 2 lunges. So I'm going to shield up here, only a body slam. I mean, body slam is going to hurt anyways, right? So another move here. Don't want to get hit by a Bulldoze, so I'm going to shield up. I don't think Bulldoze would KO, but I want to be safe here. So we farm down completely. I have a lunge ready. I'm hoping I could get to 2. So I'm throwing this first lunge here, hoping that if they do get to a Hydro Cannon, it won't KO after the debuff, but it's going to be very close. Thankfully for us, we do get to the lunge here before it gets to the Hydro Cannon. This should be enough to knock out the Swampert, which is absolutely incredible for us. And we get to see our last Pokemon, which is a Skarmory. And I'm going to throw this Discharge before they get to the Sky Attack. Might have been CMP, I wasn't counting there. But you know, this is a Kangaskhan showcase. We got to bring it in here, finish off this game. The opponent is so in awe of this Kangaroo that he actually stops attacking. Mud Slap, Kangaskhan, Flying type counter confirmed. So next matchup, we got Friesman 2015 right here. Let's see what we're going to meet in the lead. We got Galvantula and Skarmory. Very positive lead right here. So I expect the opponent to switch out. Sometimes they stay in and try to catch the move, but they're taking a lot of damage here. And they swapped out a bit too early. But you saw that Incinerate did go through on the Galvantula, did a lot of damage here. Bringing in Kangaskhan, this is pretty much a wall. Now, you saw the last video. At this point, I wanted to test out Zebstrika's bulk. Throw whatever you got. Shadow Ball. Alright. That was a bit too much. I was testing out Zebstrika. I took a Shadow Ball. Didn't want to take no chances here. no repeats, so I decide to shield up this time, guarantee that I'm going to maintain switch, and at least I'd be able to throw this crunch at the Skarmory. However, they bring in Machamp instead, so I'm going to go for a power up punch here. We do have a lot of energy, so they could be afraid of an Earthquake Outrage. They do shield that up, which is really good, and now I'll be able to get to this crunch. Now the crunch obviously going to be resisted, so I won't be doing too much damage to Machamp, no stab either, but you could see Machamp, pretty glassy, does quite a bit, and now I'm going to bring in Galvantula. The problem here is that I actually lose CMP tie there, and I have to shield up this potential Rock Slide. It's only cross chop 8. So now at this point I have to throw a lunge, and my win condition is to actually catch the next move onto the Umbreon, assuming it's a Rock Slide. So I'm going to throw one lunge and then switch out, hoping he throws right here, which the opponent does. So we catch this onto the Umbreon. Is this a Rock Slide? It's actually a cross chop, so it'll probably survive that anyways on the Galvantula, but we needed the Galvantula for this Skarmory in the back. So right here, what I'm thinking is that I'm probably going to need to lose this particular matchup right here so that I could get some farm on the Galvantula in order to have a move ready for that Machamp after in the end game. So what I'm doing here is throwing the foul play, and I'm expecting to lose this match after. So even if they allow me to get to another foul play, I'm not going to throw it because I can't let the Machamp farm down an Umbreon. So I'm happy that he's throwing here. I hope this KOs me, and then I'll be able to throw this Volt Switch at the Skarmory. I just need one to get to the move. Should get here before the Machamp gets to a move. We have the discharge ready. This is enough to knock out the Machamp. I don't think they had a move ready anyways, so we're going to be able to take that game right there. So off to a 2-0 start here, testing out Kangaskhan. Pretty happy with the results so far. We got hit deck 10 here in the next matchup. Remember, these are rank 4 battles, so don't get carried away with the idea that Kangaskhan is OP. It's a fun Pokemon, but remember, these are low rank battles. We got a very difficult lead here in Diggersby. Difficult for the whole team. Actually, I don't have anything that beats this, so bringing Umbreon into the Altaria right here. Now this is actually good for me because I could take back Switch here and at least have Kangaskhan on the Diggersby, which is a lot better than having my Galvantula on the Diggersby. So I'm going to do whatever I need to in order to win Switch here, and I love the fact that I'm able to have 2 foul plays first because it's going to put the pressure on the opponent to use a shield first, which they do not do. So at this point, I'm going to shield this just to ensure that I'm in a very comfortable position here. And if they want to start shielding now, I'm actually going to be able to win this in the 2 shields anyways. So they might just decide to take the shield advantage. Either way, I'm feeling very comfortable right now. At least that I'm going to be able to avoid Galvantula to Diggersby. So from here, I'm going to look to farm down with Snarl. I'm not in the range of getting knocked out by Sky Attacks, so I'm feeling okay here. Actually able to farm down before they get to another move, which is really good. Diggersby should come back in, and I should be able to land a couple of foul plays here. So looks like whatever they have in the back actually might be afraid of Umbreon, especially considering that they used Altaria as the safe switch, but we're not going to be able to find out because I kind of need Umbreon here to do work. If this is a Fire Punch, it's actually not going to knock me out, so I'm going to let it go through. See, Fire Punch really does nothing from Diggersby. Gonna get off this foul play here, and if they try going for a farm down, we should be able to get to another one. The problem is if they do go for a farm down, I'm going to be in a pretty difficult position here because Kangaskhan is kind of glassy, and Galvantula obviously does not want to take any moves from this Diggersby, so it looks like they're doing the right play here. They're shielding up and farming down. Very smart play from the opponent there. Gonna have to come in here with the Kangaskhan, hope they blind throw a Fire Punch, but realistically I'm expecting the Earthquake. They threw the extra Mud Shot there, so they're definitely waiting to see what came in. Opponent's playing this game very well. Do go for the Earthquake, I correctly shield that, and they swap out into Victreebel. Now at this point, I should have instantly swapped out. Going for the bait here is a huge mistake. I need to save this energy for the Diggersby as well as the health, and Galvantula actually has a very good match against Victreebel. By giving this Victreebel an energy lead, I'm just throwing this game. I had an opportunity to win here. I'm making it very difficult on myself, and now I'm in an even trickier position because my Galvantula is basically in farm down range. So I try under tab and see if I get a couple more energy. I was actually thinking of maybe letting it farm me down more, get my health really low. I was just in a really difficult spot there, and I figured I would get this lunge, which will get the last shield, but they're going to farm me down, and they should be able to get the 2 moves, which is going to be enough to take out the Kangaskhan even after the debuff. So I don't like the way I play that. Maybe I should have undercharged more on the Victreebel. Maybe that could have been a potential win condition there too, but there were a couple of mistakes there. I played it really bad. You could see here, I needed that energy on the Kangaskhan. Throwing it at the Victreebel was a waste. I was expecting to get a shield, but they did not shield. Makes sense, it wasn't a Shadow Victreebel either. I don't like the way I played this game. and I think we had an opportunity to win that despite the very difficult lead because we took back switch. Kind of messed up though in the end game. MDT 780 here. In the next matchup, we got Galvantula lead into a Skarmory, so this isn't very nicely, much better than Diggersby, of course. Very positive. And notice the opponent here actually switches out after 2 air slashes, so I wasn't even out of move ready. So that's not what you want to do as a Skarmory. If you're going to catch, at least wait until I get to the move. But again, these are rank 3, rank 4 battles, so it is expected. Whiscash versus Kangaskhan here. Kangaskhan isn't actually a good answer for Whiscash, but because I threw the lunge, it is debuffed. It's basically at half health. Kangaskhan should be able to take, at least maintain switch here, I should say. So Whiscash, gonna throw the Mud Bomb here. I'm gonna let that go through. You see it doesn't do too much after the debuff. I'm gonna throw a Power Up Punch here, get a bit of a attack boost, and then hopefully I could throw a Crunch at that Skarmory, assuming it comes back in. So I'm a little bit worried about a potential Blizzard here, so I am actually going to shield this up because I don't want to get KO'd here. I don't want to lose switch advantage. They've already used the shield, so I'll use my own. It's totally fine, and we do farm down there. Now the Skarmory comes back in, so I'm going to throw this Crunch. This has been boosted, so it should do a decent amount to the Skarmory right here. Let's check it out. It's not too bad. They're about 30%. And look at these mud shots. They're actually doing quite a bit, considering that they're resisted and we have the attack boost, so looking pretty good here. Sky Attack comes through. Gonna come back in with Galvantula, of course. And I expect the opponent to switch out, but they do not. So they're gonna have to eat up this discharge unless they want to burn their last shield. Let's see what they do here. They let it go down, and what is in the back? It's a Probopass. So this is actually a Rock Throw Probopass. I thought I could get to lunge and switch out like by banking it. Failed. I got KO'd. Coming with Umbreon. Thankfully, Umbreon has a very good matchup against Probopass. However, I gave this Probopass a huge energy lead, so that might play a factor here. And we're even on shields, but I decided to use mine right away. Let's see if the opponent uses theirs now. Just have to go straight foul play here, of course. Last Resort isn't going to be doing anything to Probopass. So this is going to be a long drawn out match, but I think we're okay here. Umbreon has a generally favorable matchup here against Probopass, so we should take this game now. I'm going to be honest, I'm having a lot of fun with Kangaskhan. It's a really cool Pokemon. It was always one of my favorites in Pokemon Red, Blue, and stuff. You know, we used to go to that Fuchsia City Safari Zone. I think it was in Fuchsia City. The bug catching contest. You had to like catch the biggest. I don't even know what the heck you had to do anymore. But yeah, I remember that's where you had to get Kangaskhan's and Pincers, Scythers. I think Kangaskhan's there, Tauros. Yeah, those were good times. But we do take that game there. You see, we just hung on by like 2 HP, but that's the thick Umbreon. That's the new improved. You notice my Umbreon, it's no longer the Hundo. We got a new one for PvP, rank 50, so a lot better. We got Galvantula here into Alolan Sandslash. So this is a pretty positive matchup for Galvantula in most situations here. So I'm actually going to switch out because, you know, with both Pokemon on the back being weak to fighting, you want to kind of draw out the fighter. So I bring in the Umbreon here. It has a pretty good matchup against Sandslash anyways. Kangaskhan is a very good matchup against Sandslash, so this whole team does pretty well against this lead, so I'm not too worried at this point. Opponents staying in, which, you know, is very common in these low ranks. They tend to stay in for a while and then they bring out Clefable. So if I was in the opponent's shoes, you definitely want to switch out into Clefable immediately because you're giving me free energy here. Clefable has such a dominant matchup against Umbreon, you really don't want to wait and desync that switch timer. But you know, these are low rank battles and we're still learning as we go. So I'm going to throw the Last Resort here at the Clefable and they're going to farm me down, which is the correct play. So well played on their part. And then I come in with the Galvantula. I throw the lunge here. Now, the only reason I throw lunge is because Discharge will not KO from this range, and I want to get extra farm with Volt Switch here. That's the only reason I throw lunge there, because I know that Sandslash has a move ready, and by getting in these extra Volt Switches, I'll actually be able to win CMP tie against. So you see, I'm at a lunge now, Discharge. I'm going to throw Discharge at this Sandslash right here. You can notice we will win CMP tie. They should have a move ready, yes they do. Tried to switch out, but in fact it was CMP tie. So this move is going to go on to the Galvantula. I actually choose to shield this just in case I need that for whatever's in the back. Coming with Kangaskhan, hoping to snipe the Sandslash, but not able to. So we get hit by this Ice Punch, which is not good. And they bring in a Raichu. So, you know, I was a little bit worried about Brick Break here, and we do lose CMP, so this could be a bit problematic. I don't know how much a Brick Break does, but it's only a Thunder Punch. That does so much, which is absolutely insane. So I'm forced to go for the Power Punch here, boost up these Mud Slaps, and hope I can slap this thing down. Look at this. This is a lot of damage. Looks like they're running Thunder Shock. We actually beat it with 1 HP. Can I slap down the Sandslash? No. Does it have a move ready? No. We take that game. We go 4-1 in this set with Kangaskhan on the back of Galvantula Lead and Umbreon safe switch. Had a lot of fun with this team. Had a lot of fun with Kangaskhan. Definitely try it out again in a future video. So those are the battles with Kangaskhan, a very fun Pokemon to use. Not the most meta, not the easiest to use either, but it is very unique. Not something you see very often, so I hope it puts a couple of smiles on people's faces when battling them. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.